Okay, so you know how most travelers just kind of scratch the surface?
Mm-hmm.
Like they're happy to snap a selfie in front of a landmark and call it a day?
Right.
Well, you're not like that.
Yeah.
You want to dive deeper.
You want to really experience the culture.
Exactly. And that's what we're exploring today.
We're talking cultural immersion done right.
And we've got a ton of awesome material to dig into.
We do.
It's all about specific destinations and the incredible local experiences they offer.
So picture this.
You're planning your next big trip.
And you want it to be more than just another vacation.
Yeah, you want to come home feeling transformed.
It's like you've really connected with a place.
All right, so first up, let's jet off to Oaxaca, Mexico.
Ah, Oaxaca.
Now I know what you're thinking.
Amazing food.
But hold on.
Instead of just hitting up the restaurants.
What if you actually learned to cook with a local family?
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking grinding spices,
Shaping tortillas.
mastering the art of mole.
It's about more than just the recipe, though. Imagine the stories you'd hear in that kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
The generations of tradition passed down through each dish.
Like the tlayudas,
Exactly.
those giant crispy tortillas piled high with toppings.
It's like a taste of Oaxaca's culinary soul.
Okay, now I'm officially hungry.
Uh-huh.
But you've hit on something important here.
What's that?
It's about connecting with the people behind the food.
Absolutely.
And our sources suggest taking it a step further.
Okay, I'm listening.
Look for cooking classes with indigenous families.
Oh, that's a great idea.
It's an even more authentic experience.
Plus, you're supporting the local community directly.
And a lot of these classes even include trips to local markets.
So you're learning about traditional ingredients right from the source.
Okay, next stop, Kyoto, Japan.
Right.
I've always been intrigued by this traditional Japanese inns.
The ryokans.
Yeah, with the tatami mats and communal baths.
It's an experience in itself.
More than just a place to sleep, right?
Absolutely.
And to really understand that you can't miss the traditional tea ceremony?
Oh, it's so much more than just sipping tea.
I bet. Tell me more.
Every movement is deliberate.
Really?
Every gesture is infused with meaning.
Wow.
It's a practice in mindfulness, appreciating simplicity.
Finding beauty in imperfection.
Exactly.
Like the concept of wabi-sabi.
Precisely, the tea ceremony is a perfect embodiment of that.
It's not about being perfect.
It's about appreciating the beauty in every moment, even the flawed ones.
Now that's a powerful concept.
It is.
And one we can all apply to our lives.
For sure.
I'm guessing booking a tea ceremony in advance is essential.
Oh, definitely. Especially if you want a more in-depth experience.
Okay, let's switch gears completely.
Okay, where are we going?
Marrakech, Morocco.
Ah, the heart of Morocco.
I'm picturing those vibrant souks,
Bursting with colors and spices.
handcrafted
A
treasures.
sensory overload.
But I have a feeling there's more to it than just shopping.
Oh, definitely.
What if we learned about the stories behind the crafts,
The history of the spices.
the traditions of the artisans?
Our sources suggest taking a guided walk with a local.
Yeah, someone who can introduce you to the artisans
Teach you the art of haggling.
and unlock the hidden stories behind those bustling stalls.
Haggling is an art form in itself.
I bet.
A playful dance between buyer and seller.
So after the whirlwind of the souks,
We need some relaxation.
how about we step into the tranquil oasis of a traditional hammam?
Ah, yes, the hammams.
I've heard so much about these bathhouses.
But it's more than just a spa treatment. It's
Yeah.
a social ritual.
Really?
A place where locals gather to cleanse, relax, connect.
Sounds amazing.
You'll see women of all ages sharing stories,
Wow.
exfoliating each other's skin,
That sounds incredible.
sipping mint tea.
It's like a glimpse into daily life in Marrakech.
Is
And our sources suggest seeking out a local non-touristy hammam.
for an even more authentic experience.
Okay, I'm feeling relaxed already just thinking about it. But now I'm craving some Italian sunshine.
Me too.
How about we head to Tuscany?
Rolling Hills Vineyards, delicious food.
It just sounds idyllic.
It does.
But instead of just admiring the landscape,
What if you joined the locals in the vineyard during harvest season?
oh, you're speaking my language.
I thought you might like that.
I'm picturing myself stomping grapes under the Tuscan sun
Getting your hands dirty.
and tasting the fruits of my labor.
The vendemmia, as it's called, is more than just work.
What is it?
It's a celebration, a tradition that connects the community to the land.
And in the fall, you can also experience the olive harvest.
Oh, yes.
Imagine learning how they make that incredible Tuscan olive oil.
From pressing the olives to bottling that liquid gold.
Wait, so I can stomp grapes and help make olive oil?
Absolutely.
This is officially on my bucket list,
It's about connecting with the heart of Italian culture.
where family food and land are intertwined.
And a tip from our sources,
What's that?
Look for those smaller family-owned farms.
Okay.
They often offer a more authentic and intimate experience.
Noted. Now I'm ready for a complete change of pace.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Let's journey to Kerala, India.
India, specifically the backwaters.
Those serene waterways lined with palm trees and villages.
Kerala is known as God's own country for a reason,
It's a place of peace and tradition.
and one of the most immersive ways to experience it,
How's that?
by staying on a traditional houseboat.
Drifting through those peaceful backwaters.
I've seen pictures.
They're beautiful, aren't they?
These beautiful wooden boats gliding along the water.
So peaceful.
Imagine waking up to the sound of birdsong,
Watching local life unfold along the banks.
and maybe even indulging in a traditional Ayurvedic massage right on your houseboat.
Oh, yeah.
Ayurveda, that's India's ancient health system, right?
It is.
It dates back over 5,000 years.
And it focuses on restoring balance and well-being.
Through natural remedies, diet, and lifestyle practices.
It's not just a spa treatment for tourists. You know,
Oh.
many locals rely on Ayurveda for their health.
So experiencing it in Kerala connects you with a deep-rooted tradition.
Exactly.
Wow, 5,000 years.
That's incredible, isn't it? It's amazing how travel can connect us to such ancient practices.
It is.
Speaking of ancient traditions, how about we head to Barcelona, Spain?
Barcelona.
A city brimming with energy and culture.
It is.
But let's go beyond the typical sights and sounds.
What do you have in mind?
Our sources suggest a deep dive into two of Spain's most passionate art forms,
Which ones?
flamenco and cuisine.
Oh, now you're talking.
Flamenco has always captivated me.
It's so expressive.
That fiery, expressive dance just seems to pulse with raw emotion.
It does.
But instead of just watching a performance,
What if we...
imagine participating in a flamenco workshop.
Oh.
Learn the basic footwork,
Your hand
the
class.
soulful expressions.
Yeah, that make flamenco so captivating.
You'd be learning a storytelling tradition.
A way to express emotions and history through movement.
Exactly.
I love that.
Me too.
It's about going beyond observation and actually embodying the art form.
It is.
And after working up an appetite,
We need some fuel.
why not immerse ourselves in another Spanish passion?
Legit food.
Of course.
Paella tapas. The possibilities are endless.
They are.
Imagine learning to create those dishes in a cooking class.
Not just following a recipe,
Right.
but understanding the culinary heritage.
The ingredients, the techniques passed down through generations.
Exactly.
You're painting quite a picture.
I try.
And it seems like the common thread here is active participation.
It is.
We're not just watching.
We're learning, we're immersing ourselves in the culture.
And for both the flamenco and cooking classes, our sources recommend
What do they recommend?
seeking out small group classes run by locals.
That's a good tip.
You get more personalized attention.
And deeper cultural insights.
Makes sense.
It does.
Okay, from the heat of Spain, let's journey to the majestic Andes Mountains.
Oh, wow. Where are we headed?
Peru,
Peru.
specifically the Sacred Valley.
A place where ancient traditions meet breathtaking landscapes.
The Sacred Valley is truly special,
It is.
and our sources highlight a unique experience.
I'm listening. What is a pitting?
Participating in a Pachamanca feast.
A Pachamanca feast.
It's an ancient cooking method
How ancient are we talking?
dating back to the Inca Empire.
Wow.
Meat and vegetables are slow cooked in an underground earth oven.
So cool.
Imagine joining the locals as they build the oven with hot stones.
Okay.
Carefully layer in marinated meats, potatoes, corn.
That sounds incredible.
Like a culinary time machine.
It is.
It's a communal experience, a celebration of the earth's abundance,
I love that.
and it's deeply connected to the Quechua culture.
And their reverence for Pachamama, the earth goddess.
So it's not just a meal, it's a spiritual experience,
It is.
a way to connect with nature and ancient traditions.
Amazing.
And it looks like our sources recommend connecting with community-based tourism programs.
To arrange a Pachamanca experience.
That's a great tip.
It is.
It ensures you're supporting local Quechua families.
And the preservation of their cultural heritage.
Okay, for our final stop on this whirlwind cultural tour, let's head to a place known for its breathtaking landscapes.
And rich indigenous culture.
New Zealand,
Beautiful New Zealand.
specifically Rotorua.
A hub for Maori culture.
Rotorua is a great choice.
It is.
But again, we're going beyond simply observing.
Okay, I like where this is going.
Instead of just watching a Maori cultural performance,
Okay,
participate.
Oh, I'm all ears. Imagine joining a hangi feast.
Okay.
It's similar to the Pachamanca,
Uh-huh.
where food is slow cooked in an earth oven.
I've heard of those.
You could also learn traditional dances like the powerful haka
Oh,
And the graceful poi.
the haka. I've
Mhm.
seen videos.
Okay.
It's so intense.
It is.
Sends shivers down my spine.
It's much more than just a war dance, though.
Right.
It's an expression of Maori culture.
Their strength, their connection to their ancestors.
Exactly. And through these experiences,
Yeah.
you can gain insight into their deep respect for family, community, and the natural world.
It's about understanding those deeper layers of meaning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not just witnessing the performance.
But grasping the cultural significance behind it.
Exactly.
And just like with the Pachamama experience,
Mhm.
supporting these Maori villages and their immersive experiences helps to sustain their culture and heritage for future generations.
It's amazing how these immersive experiences can be a form of cultural preservation, too.
It is.
You're not just a tourist.
Right.
They're actively contributing to keeping these traditions alive.
Exactly.
Oh.
It's responsible and respectful tourism that benefits both the traveler and the local community.
So after taking this whirlwind tour of cultural experiences, what stands out to you the most?
That's a tough one.
I know, right?
They all offer something so unique and special.
I'm drawn to the idea of connecting with nature and ancient traditions, like the Pachamama feast in Peru or the Maori cultural experience in New Zealand.
Yeah.
But I'm also a huge foodie, so that walk and cooking class is calling my name.
Uh-huh. I see a pattern here.
What's that?
You love food, you love history,
Uh,
and you're clearly drawn to experiences where you can actively participate.
that's me in a nutshell.
It is.
What about you?
Hmm.
Which experience resonated most strongly with you?
You know, I think I'm most captivated by the tea ceremony in Kyoto.
Oh, yeah.
The idea of immersing myself in that ritualistic practice, embracing the concept of wabi-sabi.
It's so intriguing.
It is.
There's something so alluring about those practices that have been passed down for centuries.
I agree.
It's like tapping into a different rhythm of life.
And you know what's great about these examples
What's that?
is that they're just a starting point.
Right.
You could use the keywords we've discussed today.
Like,
Pachamama, Hangi,
yeah.
Ryokan, Ayurveda.
To delve deeper into specific destinations and experiences that pique your interest,
Exactly.
there's a whole world of cultural immersion waiting to be discovered.
And it doesn't have to be expensive or complicated.
That's an important point.
It is.
You can find authentic cultural experiences at all budget levels. It's about being open to new experiences, connecting with local people.
And stepping outside your comfort zone.
So for you listening out there, itching to start planning your next adventure, what's the one piece of advice we want to leave you with?
Do your research.
Yes.
Don't just rely on the typical tourist guides.
Right.
Dive into travel blogs, online forums, social media groups dedicated to specific destinations.
Connect with people who have traveled to the places you're interested in.
Yes, tap into that collective knowledge and wisdom.
Don't be afraid to ask questions.
Reach out to local tour operators, guest houses, or strike up conversations with people you meet along the way.
Exactly. Those personal connections can lead you to the most hidden gems and unforgettable experiences.
They can.
Remember, the most rewarding travel experiences often happen when you wander off the beaten path.
So true.
It's about embracing the unexpected, being open to new perspectives, and allowing yourself to be transformed by the journey.
And sometimes the most powerful cultural experiences occur in the simplest of moments.
Like what?
Sharing a meal with a local family,
Uh-huh.
learning a few words in a new language.
Listening to stories passed down through generations.
Those are the moments that truly stay with you and enrich your understanding of the world.
It's those genuine connections, those shared moments of humanity that make cultural immersion so powerful.
They do.
So as you plan your next trip, remember that it's not just about where you go.
It's about how you experience it.
Choose to dive deep, to engage with the culture, to create those meaningful connections that will make your travels truly unforgettable.
Beautifully said.
And you know, this deep dive has also got me thinking about exploring my own local culture a bit deeper.
That's a great point. Cultural immersion doesn't require a plane ticket.
Right.
It's about curiosity, openness,
Huh.
and a willingness to connect with the world around you wherever you are.
Maybe it's taking a cooking class in my own city,
Uh-huh.
learning about the history of my neighborhood.
Or volunteering with a local organization connected to a culture that fascinates you.
There are endless possibilities.
And the more we engage with different cultures, both near and far,
Yeah.
the more we realize how interconnected we all are.
What a beautiful thought.
It is.
And I think that's a perfect note to end on.
I agree.
So to everyone listening, we encourage you to embrace the transformative power of travel and cultural immersion.
Whether you're planning a grand adventure or exploring your own backyard,
Remember that the world is brimming with stories waiting to be discovered.
go beyond the surface.
Ask questions, be present, and allow yourself to be changed by the experience.
Beautifully said.
I think we've given our listeners plenty to think about and maybe even inspired them to start packing their bags both physically and metaphorically.
I hope so, and remember, the journey starts with a single step.
Whether it's researching a destination, booking that cooking class, or simply striking up a conversation with someone from a different culture.
Exactly. Happy travels, everyone.
Happy travels!